Okay guys, so over the summer I made a big video on the film distribution company A24, okay, and I was saying how they never got any Oscar nominations for any of their movies or anything and how disappointing that was to me. Could this movie be their big break? Anyway, hey there guys, what is up? What's going on? It is Autobot Mike 18 here. Back with another movie review. Guys, I am in my car. Well, this isn't even my car. This is my dad's car, actually, because my car is in the shop today. So I had to take my dad's car, and of course, I am at school, not home. Sorry, I'm shooting this, not in my normal surroundings, but yeah, I am in my dad's car, and it is covered in equipment. You see all that? That is film equipment. I got more equipment back there. I got some more crap in the trunk. Because it is 2 days before Thanksgiving, which means 3 days before Black Friday. Even better. But no, seriously, I am have an assignment to shoot over the Thanksgiving break. I'm officially off on Thanksgiving break, which is pretty cool. So I have a few days for myself, which is awesome. But yeah, so yeah, sorry, I'm shooting this in a different car that's not even mine, and I got like a bunch of crap in here. But anyway, guys, the movie I am going to be reviewing for this video, I'm sorry I do not have a poster, but I do have a poster on my phone because it's my new wallpaper. The movie I'm going to be reviewing is Boom. Can you guys see that? Probably not. It's 2 in the afternoon, in case you guys want to know. Room. Boom. There you have it. Room is the movie I am going to be reviewing in this video. I just got to see it. I just got a chance to see it last night, Monday night. I wasn't doing anything. I had the night free, and the movie, I went to this new theater I've never been to. Had one of the best theater experiences I've ever had all year, by the way. I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, I went to this theater I've never been to somewhere in New York, and everything was comfortable, and it was only $9 because I'm a college student, and it was awesome. But the movie was going to leave the theater on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So I was either see it last night or see it tonight. So I saw it last night, and here I am bringing you guys my review. Now, guys, Room is directed by Lenny Abrahamson is the director, and it is based off of a very critically acclaimed novel that was written by Emma Donoghue. There we go, Emma Donoghue. And the amazing thing about it is Emma Donoghue not only wrote the novel that the movie's based on, but she also wrote the screenplay for the movie. And if history would repeat itself, we've had writers or authors do that for for their movies or for their novels when they were adapted into movies. For a perfect example, The Perks of Being a Wallflower was written and directed by the guy who wrote the book, Stephen Chbosky. I'm probably saying his last name wrong. But anyway, no, I was just saying that to prove a point. So, I think I haven't read the book, okay? So, I'm going to preface this video by saying that much. But I'm sure anyone who was automatically assuming that the script at least was going to be good because the same person who wrote the novel wrote the script. Anyway, guys, let me get into a premise about Room. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys haven't heard of this movie because it hasn't gotten a wholly wide release yet. I think it's only been limited, and it honestly, I had to drive further to go see it. So, I mean, it didn't even come to my close by theaters. So, here's what I'm going to do for the plot synopsis of Room, because the trailer spoils literally the entire movie. And I actually recommend you guys go into this movie, if it's still playing near a theater near you, or if it comes near a theater near you this Thanksgiving. By the way, FYI, perfect movie to watch on Thanksgiving is Room. Just saying. No, seriously. If you guys, if this comes to a theater near you and you haven't seen the trailer or heard anything about this movie, don't watch the trailers, okay? Don't. I want you guys going into this movie blind. This is that type of movie where you can walk into the movie blind and still come out loving it. But I'm going to just say this much for the premise. You guys are going to be like, Mike, that does not sound exciting at all. And the way I'm going to describe it, no, it doesn't sound that exciting. But the premise of Room goes as follows. We focus on a young mother and her young 5-year-old son who just turns 5 years old at the start of the movie. The mother her name is Joy, and she's played by Brie Larson, and her son, his name is Jack, and he is played by newcomer Jacob Tremblay in this film. And they are stuck in this shed, this incredibly cramped shed with one bed, one little wardrobe closet thing, what else is there? There's a little kitchen area, one toilet, and a small TV. They are stuck and cramped in this one room. There's a skylight above the wall. There's no windows. There's one giant door that remains sealed, and I'm not going to say why it's sealed or how they got put in this place, but they call it room. Now, they've been in there for 7 years. Brie Larson has been in there for 7 years. Her son was born in this room, so he has never in his entire life set foot out of this one room, okay? And essentially, the first half of the movie, or the first 40 minutes of this movie, is Brie Larson trying to get herself and her son out of this room once and for all. And that, my friends, is all I am going to say about Room. Okay, that's it. I don't want you guys to know another thing going into this movie. I want you guys to be clueless, okay? I was almost going to quote Steve Jobs, but then I realized it wouldn't work. Anyway, no, seriously, don't go into this movie knowing a thing, all right? If you read the book, that's fine, but don't watch the trailer. Just don't do it. But no, getting into the movie itself, guys, I definitely had high hopes for Room because I did watch the trailer, and I was like, eh. I wasn't blown away by the trailer, just to preface that, but I felt that the trailer did give away a lot, of course. And although, because the trailer wasn't that awe-inciting, I think when I went into the movie, I didn't remember some of it, which is what helped me enjoy my experience, I'd say. But this is what I'm going to say about Room, okay? I would say, guys, about halfway through this movie, maybe around the 40-minute mark, 50-minute mark, I already knew that I was watching one of the best films of this year. Seriously. Guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Room is one of the best movies you are going to watch this year. Holy crap, I cannot stop thinking about Room. I saw it last night. It's literally been the only thing that's been on my head all day long, okay? Has been Room. Guys, I don't think I've seen a movie, when you look back and say, oh, that was the movie of 2015, all right, or that was the movie of the year. Room just might be that movie for me. Guys, I haven't seen a more harrowing, I've lost words, guys. No, seriously. Guys, I love this movie, okay? I love everything about this movie. From the script, the story itself. This is not only one of the best screenplays I've seen written all year long. This is the best story, probably, that I've seen in a film all year long in terms of its act structure, in terms of character arcs, character development, okay? Just characters in general. This is the best story I've seen in a film all year long. Performances, direction, score, everything is literally top-notch in this movie. Pacing, production design, in the room itself. Holy mother of God, I love this movie, okay? Let me talk about why I love Room so much, okay? Let me just use a barrage of adjectives to describe this movie. This movie is inspiring. It's encouraging, okay? It is uplifting. It is dark. It's bleak. Okay, there are moments in this movie that are dark and grim, and you're like, I don't know how this character is going to get out of this. I don't know how that character is going to get out of that. You know what I mean? This character just, is engulfed in depression or whatever. How are they going to get past this? Okay, the movie itself is depressing, but at the same time, there are moments that just make you want to just burst out in tears, and there are other moments that just bring the utmost smile to your face. I found myself 3 times in this movie with the biggest childhood grin on my face. I was just flat out smiling and just, I felt so attached and connected to this movie throughout the entire thing. I never fell out of it. I never felt bored. You could definitely say there are moments in the first act that may feel slow in pace, maybe even in the second act, but not one moment did I ever fall out of this movie or get bored or felt dragged or anything like that, because that is just not Room at all, okay? That is not this type of movie. This type of movie is 100% engaging. One of the best sequences I've seen in a film all year long happens right before the end of the first act, okay? I'm not going to say what it is. It's spoiled right in the trailer, but it is one of the best, most exciting sequences I have seen in a movie all year long. It got my blood pumping. I was literally shifting around in my chair like this. I was almost biting my nails. I couldn't wait to see how it unfolded. Guys, I'm going nuts. I know. I can't help it. I love the shit out of this movie, all right? I mean, I think what drew me to this film so much is the character. This is an incredible character study on two people, one young woman and her young son. And I absolutely I freaking love the filmmaker's decision to focus this movie from Jacob Tremblay's perspective. I love seeing this scenario from a young boy's perspective, okay? Because this is a story that happened. All right, the story, I think the author wrote the novel. I think she based it off of, sorry about trucks in the distance. I think she based it off of, I think she actually based it off of an actual story that happened. And I know it's hard for me to really get into detail about this or really say anything without spoiling. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. But, this movie, the events that happen in this movie happens, okay? It has happened. It will continue to happen. This is a growing problem in the United States, okay? And that's all I'm going to say. And just the way it was portrayed and the way we get to see the movie carried out through the eyes of a young boy is what really sold the movie on me and really just hook, line, and sinker, guys. I mean, I just love that this is essentially a movie about a young mother who is struggling to provide the best for her young son, despite the grim situation they have found themselves in. And the second act of this movie turns into a sort of self-discovery through the eyes of Jacob Tremblay's character, as he sort of takes in, because through his whole life, he didn't know there was a world outside of the room that he's been trapped in, okay? And then the second act of this movie takes a different turn and shows him just getting adjusted to everything. So the movie tackles those heavy-hitting themes through a child's perspective of acceptance and being sheltered, but breaking out of one's shell, learning to accept things as they are. I just love what this movie was trying to say. I love everything about that in regards to the story, and that is one of the best things I have to praise this movie. One of the best scripts of this year, and probably the best story I've seen in a film all year long. Hats off to Emma Donoghue for probably writing an incredible book and doing an incredible screenplay. Performance-wise, guys, Brie Larson is probably one of my favorite actresses working today, guys. Not only as a result of this movie, but as a result of Short Term 12, a highly underrated movie I definitely recommend you check out. She is incredible when it comes to portraying very damaged characters that are filled with a lot of baggage, okay? They've had a very rough life, and they're tasked with sort of holding in all their emotions and everything like that, you know what I mean? Brie Larson has to do that in this movie. She's going through so much. She starts breaking down in other moments. There are other moments. You could just see it on her face, her expressions. She is just damaged and torn apart inside, but she's doing the best, or she's doing what she thinks is the best for her son. And when people bring it up that she may or may not have done the wrong things, to just see her reactions to everything is priceless. Brie Larson gives one of the best performances I've seen from any person this year, period. She absolutely deserves Oscar love. By far, without a freaking doubt. She is dynamite in this movie. Just perfect. The scenes where she breaks down, every single thing about her in this movie is literally perfect. She has that nurturing feel of a mother's love in this movie. She just feels like a mother, you know what I'm saying? I love her in this movie. Jacob Tremblay blew my freaking mind. Guys, this kid is incredible. This kid is going places, all right? He is everything you'd expect from a 5-year-old boy. I believe he's 8 years old currently, but he's playing a 5-year-old kid. He is sweet, he's smart, he's curious, he's adventurous. He, you know, just, he's so good in this movie. All right, there are scenes where his character gets put through a lot and he breaks down, okay? And just him taking in this whole new world and exploring everything, seeing this unfold through his eyes. His reaction shots are priceless in this movie. Jacob Tremblay deserves Oscar love. One of the best performances from an actor all year long. And he, my friends, is only 8 years old. That is acting, okay? Some of the best child acting I've seen in film, and I don't know how long. This kid is gold, okay? She's dynamite, he's gold, both perfect, okay? Supporting cast is also incredibly strong. Joan Allen is great in the movie. William H. Macy, there's one scene where he has to break down. He's great, okay? Lenny Abrahamson did a great job directing this movie. I love that the handheld nature for some of the shots. I love his camera work and how it only adds to tension in some moments. Other moments, there are very still shots to sort of capture that mood or that tone of the moment, and I love his choices. His decision to shoot POV style shots from Jacob Tremblay's character are what sold me in this movie. Absolute wonderful utilization of point of view camera work and everything in this movie. Just one of the best directed films all year. I know he's going to go unnoticed for best director love, but what are you going to do? He absolutely deserves love. The score is incredible. The pacing, the editing is literally flawless in my opinion, guys. Guys, looking back, it's hard for me to find a flaw, okay? There's one minor problem I had with Room. My only flaw was William H. Macy's character. I felt maybe he didn't have enough to do with the story, and I was intrigued by his character's stance on a certain issue, and he only comes into the movie for like 10 minutes and comes right out and we never see him again. So I was a little upset about that, and I feel maybe a thing or two could have been tightened with the second act. Maybe we could have had another scene with Brie Larson's character. Other than that, guys, I don't care, okay? I was going to knock off something off this movie's score, but just going back, what really won me over with this movie was how well I connected to it, how bad I felt as I was watching this movie, how happy I felt, all those surge of emotions that I felt as I was watching this movie, the emotional reaction that I got as I watched it is ultimately what I wanted, okay? That's when you go to a movie, you want a good emotional reaction. You want to feel a swell of emotions. You want to feel happy. You want to feel sad. You want to feel uplifted. You want to feel encouraged, okay? And that's absolutely what this movie did, all of that. That's what this movie did. Guys, I didn't think I was going to give this grade out all year long. I thought I was going to go all year and just not end up giving this grade out. I am so pleased to say that I am going to give Room a solid grade, a perfect grade of a 10 out of 10 or an A+. That's right, guys. I have just given out my first A+ of the year. Room is a masterpiece. I love this movie. I can't wait to watch this movie again. Guys, if you have not seen Room, do yourself a favor and go see this movie. I order you to go see this movie, okay? It's probably going to be the film of the year for me. Guys, I love it, okay? I loved it. I cannot wait to see it again. Perfect movie. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.